Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Point Montana, and in this video, we're going to be going over how to block the best blitzes in Madden 23. Now, before I get into it, if you guys could do me the favor of liking the video, subscribing if you are new, and commenting anything down below, especially if you guys are struggling with anything in Madden, leave it down in the comment section. Or just comment FTA, because it's for the algorithm and it helps push these videos out to more and more people. So if you guys are struggling, leave it down in the comment section or just comment anything. Now, let's get right into it, man. We're going to be blocking the best blitzes in the game. And by best blitzes, again, I mean the looping blitzes in Madden 23 that are extremely, extremely good. So we're going to start off showcasing what the blitz actually is, and that is LB Blitz 1. I've made a video on this in... it's somewhere on the channel. Just look up one of the best blitzes and you'll see that it's the new best looping blitz. This is still the meta right now. This is still a very good play. It's still very good meta blitz. And let's just showcase how to run it specifically. So we're going to go ahead and put the loops out there, and we're going to go over a few different ways to slow down this blitz and to pretty much shut it down. But again, we have to showcase what the blitz looks like first. And now, granted, this wasn't even one of the best ways that it can come in, but I'm going to showcase the replay on this anyways. So, as you can see, my left end pretty much gets a free release right at the quarterback. And from time to time, this works on both sides of the field. So I'm going to try and send it one more time. Let me switch controllers real quick. Because this is probably the best blitz in the game. So to see if I can get it to come in a little bit easier or faster, I'm going to motion Johnson. Actually, let me call timeout real quick. I'm not going to redo my intro. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to hop into an empty set real quick, just so the blitz can come in a little bit easier. Because out of tight formations, it kind of messes up. It kind of messes up the way the blitz comes in, which is honestly very, very positive in itself with what the video is supposed to be. But as you can see, this is how it comes in without the tight end blocking, the tight end and the slot receiver blocking the blitzers from coming in. But as you can see, these two defensive ends get free pressure, free release. And for some reason, number 64 here completely dumbs out and goes and double teams and pancakes the opposite guy on the field. Shout out to the O-line logic from EA. Now, granted, the way this works is it works kind of like a stunt, and this stunt confuses the O-line every single time. How do you block it? How do you slow it down? Let's go over the ways. There are two main ways that you can block blitzes. Well, three technically, but there's the first way. There's three main ways. Is by going play action. Any play action is going to negate a lot of these looping blitzes simply because it's gonna slow down the pressure from these blitzes. So if I come out and I simply just call a play action, it's gonna mess up the way that the blitz comes in. Now, granted, the pressure will still come in, but it won't be the same way as it does come in without it. As you can see, the pressure comes in and this guy's looping all the way around. And obviously, if I step up in the pocket, I'm going to have more than enough time to make a proper read. Granted, I kept dropping back because, working with two controllers is a little bit more difficult, but play action usually stops most blitzes. This blitz is obviously a very good one. So there are different things that you might need to do to slow down these kinds of blitzes. So if I come out, and I'm going to audible to bench because we're not going to block anybody here. So there's one main way to slow down these looping blitzes is to pretty much force them to redo the blitz. And the way that you do that is you simply take one of your receivers and motion him across the field. So if I take Johnson here and I motion him across the field, I'm going to showcase the defensive play art, and you will see that the contains are no longer in contains. So the only way that they can fix this is by re-clicking on these guys here and putting them back into contains. And it's as simple as moving them in, but just that motion is going to ruin the blitz for them. Now, granted, I put them back in that motion. So as you can see, I put them back in contain. So as you can see, the blitz still comes in. But if I sat there and I did that one more time, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to audible to bench again. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to motion this guy over. Oh, I never set up the blitz, so let me motion him back over real quick. So I'm going to set up the blitz. We're going to go ahead and put Johnson in his in his contain. So as you can see, these two guys are now in their contains. So if I set up my play, except for the one guy that I need to motion, I'm going to motion him over. And again, it cancels out the contains. And that's the main part of this blitz that makes it so dominant. Now, you have more than enough time to sit there and throw yourself a beautiful, nice dot. Now, granted, Tom Brady just overthrew that. But if I show the instant replay on this, as you can see, now those guys don't loop outwards. They literally get stuffed. They literally get blocked, which is exactly what we're looking for to do. Tom Brady does overthrow that. He's kind of not as good as I thought he was, unfortunately, but that's on me. And that's one way that you guys can easily slow down any of these looping blitzes. Now, the other way, it's going to require you to block a running back. In my opinion, I think you need to block a running back if you're facing a blitz of this caliber. I feel like this is a blitz worthy of blocking a running back almost every single time, simply to make sure that you get enough time. So the way that I slow it down is I double team the defensive tackle, and then the opposite side of the running back, I'm going to go ahead and ID the mic on the far outside cornerback. Now I'm going to set the blitz up. And again, this is one of those blitzes that is inconsistently consistent, but it's very, very good. And it's, if you're blocking sending five against any blitz, it's going to be a little bit difficult to guard everything. But as you can see, I picked up everyone that's on the field by that simple setup, by double teaming the defensive tackle and then going ahead and IDing the mic on the far outside cornerback. Now let's show the instant replay on that. As you can see, everyone got picked up. The problem with this being the way to do it is it's inconsistently consistent, which means that sometimes this guy will literally run right past this offensive lineman, and all of a sudden our play is completely dead. Same thing with this side here. This guy ends up running right past our lineman, and all of a sudden we're having a horrible time trying to block these blitzes. It's very, very frustrating, and it's very, very frustrating to do. Now, if you block a running back, it makes your play a little bit easier to succeed in this situation. So again, without motioning a person over, we're simply just going to block the running back and then ID the mic. And then once that happens, you move up in the pocket. And as you can see, we have enough time to sit there and throw an absolute laser with Tom Brady, and we picked everyone up, and our running back is there to help with anybody that could potentially just run right past. So, he might have been there to run right past, but as you can see, we have a full clean pocket now. Now, for those of you guys who are brand new to Madden and need help, doing your double teams and your IDing the mic, to double team, you press L1 and then move your right stick down, and we're gonna double team the defensive tackle here, and then we're gonna ID the mic, and then you're gonna press L1 or left bumper depending on which console you're on, and then you're gonna press X or A depending on which console, and it's gonna bring up the M above some of the defenders, and you're gonna ID the mic on the opposite side of the running back. So we're gonna ID the mic on the far outside corner, on the same side as the running back, on the opposite side. So boom, and now we're all set up. Actually, let me reset the play back up. And then once you do this, you guys will have enough time to sit there and throw yourself a beautiful laser over the top for a nice touchdown. And this is shutting down every single loop blitz that is in the game currently. My name is Pony Montana. This is a huge help, by the way, because these blitzes are just running rampant through these MUT streets. So hopefully this is good enough to help you guys score and be a little bit more proficient on offense. Again, my name is Pony Montana, man. Hopefully this video helps. I will see you guys in the next one. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.